날씨가 정말 시원해요. 여름이 끝났어요.
Okay, so this is very short sentences compared to last week. So let's repeat together. 요즘 날씨가 정말 시원해요. 여름이 끝났어요. So let's repeat a little bit slower for you guys. 요즘 날씨가 정말 시원해요. 여름이 끝났어요. Get well soon. Thank you so much. I really appreciate. Oh, I hope you feel better soon. Thank you, Sash. Thank you. And thank you. I'm not sure how to pronounce your name as well. Yes, so now let's translate everything together. So we have 요즘 here. That is a word that we have seen a lot of times before. So comment down below if you guys know what 요즘 mean. Thank you so much for the follow. Thank you. So please comment down below, what does 요즘 mean? So it is a word that is used, with time, but it can also be used with frequency, I guess. I'm not sure if we can call that frequency, but it is definitely a word that is related to time. So comment down below if you know what 요즘 mean. Comment down below if you know the meaning behind 요즘. I'm gonna give you a few seconds to comment down below what that means. Good evening, my friend. Hello, Stefan. Thank you so much for being here today. How are you doing? So please comment down below. I will give you a few more seconds while I drink water. So 요즘, what does that mean? I see a few answers. I'm going to give you a few more seconds for anyone that wants to try and guess. What does 요즘 mean? Okay. So yes, you guys are correct. 요즘 is these days. So you want to use this at the beginning of the sentence, kind of to introduce something. So these days, okay. 날씨가, which is weather, that is written just not here. Thank you so much for the follow. Thank you. Also, just small thing. If you guys are new, don't forget to follow me just right here. I go live 3 to 5 times each week where we study Korean together. Okay, so let's continue now. We have 정말. So does any of you guys remember what 정말 means? Comment down below if you remember what that means. Thank you so much for the follow, guys. Thank you. So what does 정말 mean? Comment down below if you remember what 정말 means. So we have seen a lot of times before. So I'm hoping you guys remember, what does 정말 mean? Right, comment down below. I'm going to give you a few more seconds, okay, before I give you the answer. So comment down below if you want to try to guess what 정말 mean. Thank you so much for the like, guys. Thank you. So yes, you guys are correct. 정말 either means really, very. So it is kind of a word to emphasize something, which the something would be 시원해요. So really, very, so emphasizing that something, okay, is 시원해요 from the verb 시원하다, which is to be cool. So it is not to be cold or not to be hot. It's like in between. So it's starting to get a little bit cool. 시원하다, conjugated, it is 시원해요. So let's jump to the second sentence just right here. We have 여름이, okay? Okay, what does 여름이 mean? Comment down below if you know what 여름이 is. So it is a season. If you guys even saw the answer, please comment down below. What does 여름이 mean? Comment down below if you know which season that is. Comment down below. What does 여름이 mean? Okay? Wow, you guys are amazing. So yes, you guys are correct. That means summer. Thank you so much for the follow. Thank you. So 여름이 is the season for summer in Korean. And then we have 끝났어요. So it is from the verb 끝나다, to finish, or something is ending. Okay, so here we have the double shiat under here. So this sentence itself is in the past tense. So it's kind of saying that the summer, right, is done. Here, it's basically saying, sorry, I forgot to repeat, but these days, okay, the weather is really cool. And now summer is done or ended. That would be how we translate that from Korean to English, sorry. Okay, so let me repeat all the words one time, okay, one last time, and then we will jump to the next sentences. These days, weather really cool. Is cool. You can say that as well. Summer done, ending. Okay? Hello, thank you so much for being here today. How are you doing? So if you guys have any questions about those ones, feel free to comment down below. But for right now, we will be jumping to the next one.
그리고 가을이 왔어요. 여러분은 가을을 좋아해요?
Okay, hello. Thank you so much for being here once again. How are you doing today? I'm grateful. I think the sentence maybe was not done when you sent it. Oh, I meant great. Oh, that is great. I'm glad to hear that you are doing great today. Okay, so let's repeat those sentences together. Thank you so much for the like, guys. Thank you, thank you. 저는 가을을 정말 좋아해요. 그래서 오늘 가을에 대해서 이야기할 거예요. So let me repeat a little bit slower for you guys. 저는 가을을 정말 좋아해요. 그래서 오늘 가을에 대해서 이야기할 거예요. So now let's translate everything together. So we have 저는, which is me, right? And do you guys remember in which context we use 저는? So it means me or I, but when do we need to use it? Comment down below if you remember when we need to use 저는. Okay? Comment down below if you guys know in which context you need to use 저는. Okay, comment down below if you guys know. I will be giving you the answers very, very soon. Thank you so much for the like, guys. Thank you, thank you. How can read Hangul so quickly, please? So I would say there is only one trick to read Hangul so quickly is to practice again and again and again. The more you read on a daily basis and you pronounce out loud especially, the easier it's gonna get. When I started to learn Korean, obviously I was not reading as fast as I am now. So it's because with time I got to read faster and faster and faster. Okay, thank you so much for the follow, guys. Thank you, thank you. When it's unique information. So, okay, this was a very, very, I searched a channel on YouTube, but it didn't have the translation in English. How? Are you talking about this one? So the thing with Tesusu is some of her podcasts has those words and some doesn't have. So you need to check the podcasts that are about 13-ish minutes, so more than 10 minutes. And you just need to go at the second part. So the first part will be without any subtitles. And sometimes the second part will be with some. So 저는, you use it whenever you are talking in formal settings. So formal settings, I mean either sentences ending in yo or the top, okay, the maximal formality, that is 입니다, 합니다, 씁니다, okay? Okay, thank you. You're welcome. Thank you so much, guys, for the follow. Thank you, thank you. So 저는 always ending in yo or 입니다, 합니다, 씁니다. So if it's only ending without, right, it is casual. So for example, 좋아해, you cannot use 저는 with it. You need to use 나는. And the same thing goes with the opposite. You can only use 나는 with sentences that are not ending in yo, 입니다, 합니다, 씁니다. So always remember that. And then we have 가을을. Okay, thank you so much for the follow and the like, guys. Thank you, thank you. Okay, so 가을을, so we know that it is the fall, right? Okay, so fall season. 정말, which we saw earlier, is an emphasis, so it either means really or very. Okay, something is emphasizing. And then we have 좋아해요. Does any of you guys remember what is 좋아해요? So if you have been familiar with my Korean study live streams, you know that there is, I always say that, I always call it like that, there is 3 levels of enjoyment in Korean. So what does 좋아해요 mean? Comment down below if you know what 좋아해요 mean. Comment down below. So it is from the verb 좋아하다. The 하다 part is very important because it makes a difference when it is combined with 좋아. So what does 좋아해요 mean? Comment down below if you know what that means. Okay, I'm gonna give you a few more seconds, okay, before I give you guys the answer. So if you want to try and guess what 좋아해요 means, please comment down below. I'm gonna give you the answer in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So you guys are correct. 좋아해요 is from the verb 좋아하다, which means to like. And like I keep telling you guys, there is always 3 level of enjoyment in Korean. So I'm going to repeat for anyone that wasn't there previously. So the first level of enjoyment would be the verb 좋다, okay? 좋다, which conjugated would just be 좋아. That means something is good. Hey, I'm so sorry I'm late again. Hello, Kita. Thank you so much for being here today. How are you doing? So 좋아 from the verb 좋다 means to be good. So it is the first level, okay? First level, something is good. Then we have the second level, which is from the verb 좋아하다, to like. Okay, so the second level is to like something. So first, something is good. Second, like something. And then we have the third level, which is the maximum. There is nothing that tops this, is 사랑하다, which is to love, sorry. So 사랑하다, so 사랑해요 is the verb to love. So it's like the top. There is nothing that goes above this. So remember, first level to be good, second level to like, and third level to love. So that is the levels of enjoyment in Korean. I don't know if it really exists, but if not, I just invented it. Thank you so much for the follow, guys. Thank you. I'm good. How are you? I'm doing great. Thank you so much for being here once again. Okay, so basically this sentence, okay, I'm gonna translate to you guys fully. So I, okay, really like fall season. Fall season. I wanted to say autumn and fall at the same time, so it doesn't work both at the same time. So I really like autumn season, fall season. So that would be what this sentence would mean. Let's go with the second sentence down below. So we have 그래서 that we have seen a lot of times before. Does any of you guys remember what 그래서 mean? Comment down below if you remember what 그래서 means. So we have seen it a lot of times before. So while you guys comment the answer, I'm just gonna be explaining very quickly because I see that a lot of people are there right now. So if you are new, don't forget to follow me just right here. I go live 3 to 5 times each week where we study Korean together, just like this. Wait, how do you say autumn in Korean? I can't read the letters, too small. So it is 가을. 가을, okay? It is autumn. So 그래서 you guys are correct. So 그래서 means so, therefore, or in other words. So you want to use 그래서 at the beginning of the sentence whenever you want to say so or therefore or in other words. So it is always placed at the beginning of the sentence, and it's kind of linked to the sentence above as well. Okay? So it's kind of to continue what was said previously. So, therefore, 오늘, which is today, we have 가을에, so 가을, we know that it is the season, autumn. We have the 에 particle that is associated with time and location, okay? However, in this context, it is kind of talking about the season itself, so it is the time. 대해서, so 대해서, does any of you guys know what that means? Comment down below if you know what 대해서 mean. So we have seen it a couple of times before, so I'm trying to see if anyone remember the meaning of 대해서. Comment down below if you remember what that means. And thank you so much for the like, guys. Thank you. You guys are the best. I'm gonna be drinking a little bit of water in the meantime. Okay, so what does 대해서 mean? I'm gonna give you a couple more seconds. Okay, so I know there is a couple of people that commented already. I'm going to give you a few more seconds just in case more people wants to try and guess what 대해서 mean. Okay, I'm going to give you the answer in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You guys are correct. So 대해서 means about. So most of the time it is associated with this verb. You can see it in other contexts, but I would say maybe 70% of the time it's gonna be associated with this verb, which is 이야기하다. 이야기하다 means to talk or to speak. So talk about something, okay, or speak about something. We have 알 거예요. So if you guys are familiar with the verb tenses, this is the conjugation in the future. So 을 거예요 is how you conjugate a verb into future tense. So it's I'm going to be talking about, or I will talk about. That is how you translate that to English. So therefore, another word, today I will be talking about fall season. What is the difference with the verb and malhada? Both of them are quite similar. I feel like they can be used in the same context. Like you can interchange them very easily, like exchange them. Sorry, I don't know if interchange is a word in English. It is in French, so I'm not sure in English. But yes, so you can exchange them. However, I feel like in this context, 이야기 하다 is more used. I feel like I'm not 100% sure, but from my own understanding, I feel like it is slightly more formal 이야기 하다 than 말하다, but I might be wrong. 대해서, right? Practicing to write. Yes, 대해서 is about. I'm glad that I was able to join your live today. It's so fun and you're so nice. Sadly, I miss many. Oh, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it, Sash. And thank you so much for taking the time to join today. And also, I'm almost done with your study routine, just so you know. I'm doing the colors right now, so I'm very, very excited for you to see it. Thank you. You're welcome. Okay, so I will be repeating very, very quickly, okay, what those two sentences mean. And then after that, we will be jumping to the next one. Thank you so much for the like, guys. Thank you, thank you. So I really like fall time, fall season. So today I will be talking about fall, okay? So now let's continue with the next one. However, if you have any questions about those sentences, feel free to ask down below and I'm going to respond as soon as I see it. But for now, let's continue.
저는 가을을 정말 좋아해요. 그래서 오늘 가을에 대해서 이야기할 거예요. 저는 가을을 정말 좋아해요. 왜냐하면 날씨가 시원해요.
Okay, so those sentences are very, very similar to the ones we just saw, but let's continue. 41 here today. Glad to see your audience build. I bought your guide. Oh, thank you so much, D-Lander. I really, really appreciate and I hope you really, really like the guide. I really, really appreciate you. Thank you so much. And thank you so much for the share. Thank you, thank you. Okay, so let's continue now. Thank you so much for the follow, guys, and the like. Thank you, thank you. I'm so grateful because I have grown so much since January thanks to you guys. So I'm very grateful whenever a lot of people are able to join my study sessions and that literally just want to hear me speak for a whole hour. I'm just mind blown every time. Thank you so much for the rose, Evelyn. Thank you, thank you. Hello, Audrey. I haven't joined for a while. Did you change the time? Hello, thank you so much for being here once again. How are you doing? And yes, I have changed the time since fall time because since a lot of people have started school, work, university, and all that, I felt like no one was very joining my lives at the time I used to do it. So I switched to this time so more people would be able to joining. However, like I said before, I'm planning to post those live streams on YouTube as well. So you can follow my YouTube. The link is under the description. So if you are not able to make it, you can still review it later, not in the right time. Not the right time, but like in the real time, lifetime, whatever you want to call that. I remember so many stuff from your life. Oh, I'm so happy to hear that. I'm very happy that I can help. It's my first time watching the live. Unfortunately, I have to study for uni now. Thank you so much for being here, Evelyn. Thank you, thank you. And hopefully we will see each other again. Thank you so much for the follow. Thank you, thank you. Wait, next summer, will you change it back to 10 a.m.? Is it always at this time? Yes, it's always at this time for now. However, Sunday I will be going live 2 hours before. So it's going to be at 11 a.m. instead of 1 p.m. So 2 hours before from today, this Sunday. Next summer I'm going to be in Korea. So I will see what the time zone will be like there, but I will continue to do those live streams as well. Hello, Mimi. Thank you so much for being here today. How are you doing? I see. Same reason why I haven't been joining school runs. Yeah, exactly. So I feel like so many people are, not able to join because of those things. So I might start doing some later as well, like maybe at night. But a lot of people are from Europe as well in my live stream. So I'm kind of like, I'm not sure at what time to do it so everyone is able to watch it. So the only other option is to put it so people can watch it later if they cannot join in real time. Thank you so much for the follow. Thank you, thank you. I will take care of what you send me later. It's okay. Take your time. I'm very excited to be meeting with you this Saturday. LMAO, so sorry if my questions sounded weird. No, it's okay. No worries. So I will let you guys know once I'm in Korea what the time zone will be like. But I will keep you updated at any time. Are you moving to Korea? So yes, I'm going to be going to Korea for 1 year completely. So from January till like December 2026. So I will be there for 1 year. I finally learned how to read 2 paragraphs in Korean. I'm so proud of myself. Oh, that is so cool. I'm very happy to hear that. Very, very great. Can you go over Patsim? Yes, if you want, I can go over Patsim on our lesson. I hope we'll meet in Korea since I'll have a trip there in a year. Oh, really? When? I'm moving to Thailand for good and will be oh, that is so cool. So you will go to Korea as well? Oh, thank you so much for the follow, guys. Thank you. But that is so cool that you're going to Thailand. Is that a reason? Oh, by the way, will you be in Seoul? Yes, I will be living in Seoul. Okay, so let's continue now. But if you have any questions, I am always excited to chit chat with you guys. So let's repeat those sentences together. 저는 가을을 정말 좋아해요. 왜냐하면 날씨가 시원해요. So let me repeat a little bit slower for you guys. 저는 가을을 정말 좋아해요. 왜냐하면 날씨가 시원해요. I've been in Korea many times. Oh, that is so cool. I really hope you liked it. I want to hug you. Oh. But yes, of course, if we are in Korea at the same time, we can definitely meet up. Opening a restaurant in Chiang Mai. Oh my god, that is so cool. You're going to be opening a restaurant? Wow. Congrats to you. Okay. So now let's translate everything together. So we have 저는, once again, that means I. Okay, the formal version of I. Then we have 가을을. 가을을 is the fall season. Once again, and also I don't know if you guys remember the trick that I gave you guys, but for example, if there was not the il after 가을, the il would sound more like an L, right? However, if you guys remember that with 받침, okay, whenever there is a vowel that is after, it comes back to its original form. So what I said previously, if you guys were there, it's basically saying when you date someone, okay, some people change with time, right? So you date someone, you change, blah, blah, blah. And then once you break up, you go back to your original states. So for example, okay, you date someone, so you change. So the R sounds like a R, right? With the vowel. So it's R, not L. Okay, but then when you break up, you go back to your normal self. You go visit your friend a lot. Okay, so it is when you are not with this. So it goes back to its original pronunciation, which is like L. So 가을. Okay, hopefully this helped you guys. So 가을, fall season. 정말, so 정말 is once again, okay, I think it's like the 4th time that she uses that in this podcast only. It's an emphasis that either means really or very. 정말, really, very. And then 좋아해요 from the verb 좋아하다, to like. So once again, okay, she is saying that she really likes fall time. So she is saying it again so that we understand that she really, really likes fall time. So once again, there's 3 levels of enjoyment in Korean. First one, to be good, 좋다. Second one, to like, 좋아하다. And then third one, to love, 사랑하다. Here, second level, 좋아하다, 좋아해요, which is to like. So I really like winter. The confused me and the pronunciation is a bit difficult. Yes, the real on itself is probably the letter that is the hardest, okay, to pronounce. it took me a lot of time, to be honest, to be able to pronounce it correctly. I would suggest the best way that really helped me to learn how to pronounce that letter is I picked one word that had it, okay, during the day, and I kept repeating it out loud until it sounded correct. So, for example, I used the word sarang, which is love for some reason, and then I tried to repeat it again and again until the il sounded like in between an L and an R. And the way you kind of have to pronounce it is that you need to put kind of your tongue at the top of your mouth. So D. So at the top of your mouth, but close to your teeth. So like kind of behind your teeth. So that is how you need to pronounce it. And you kind of need to pronounce it a little bit with your throat as well. So hopefully this is helping you. Rul. Yeah, exactly. It's not like rel, right? In English, it's rul. So it's kind of in between an R and an L. So it's very, very hard to pronounce. But there is also some YouTube videos that is very, very helpful that explain to you guys how to pronounce that letter and kind of tries to explain exactly where you need to put your tongue because it needs to be in a specific place to be able to pronounce it correctly. But yes, I really suggest you try to stick to one word that you repeat again and again and again until you are able to pronounce it fully. Then once you are able to do it one time, you try to figure it out how you did it. That is how I learned how to pronounce it. Can you repeat it, please? Repeat what? The pronunciation, the sentence, please let me know. Thank you so much for the follow. Thank you. So let me go just with this sentence just right here, but please let me know what you want me to repeat. So we have 왜냐하면. 왜냐하면 is a way to say because in Korean. There are multiple ways that you can say because in Korean. This one is one of them. Most of the time, this one will be used at the beginning of the sentence. The pronunciation. Yes, the pronunciation of which word? Just please let me know because I have been saying a lot of things, so I'm not sure what it is. 날씨가, which is weather, and 시원해요 is from, once again, the verb 시원하다, to be cool. So once again, it means because, okay, the weather is cool. So that's why she really likes fall time because the weather is not too hot and it's not too cold. 가을. Okay. So here, 가을을, 가을을. So together, okay, on itself, 가을, but with the 을 after, it's 가을을. So it's as if it was 를 that was written after that, okay? So you kind of need to pronounce it further. So it's not like 가을, it's 가을을, okay? Hello. Thank you so much for being here today. How are you doing? Oh my god, sorry. I feel like my voice is about to crack. 안녕하세요, 선생님. 안녕하세요. 어떻게 지내요? So let's continue further, but if you have any questions about those two sentences, please feel free to comment down below. I'm from Mexico. Oh, that is so cool. I have never been to Mexico, but it seems like a very great place. Thank you so much for the like, 여러분. Thank you. So let's continue for now.
너무 춥지 않고 가끔 따뜻해요. 가을에는 하늘이 정말 예뻐요.
Okay, thank you so much for the follow. Thank you. I'm from Ukraine, but I live in Mexico. Oh, so many people living in Mexico right now. That is amazing. It's probably very hot where you are in right now. Today is very cold where I live. So let's repeat those sentences together. 너무 춥지 않고 가끔 따뜻해요. 가을에는 하늘이 정말 예뻐요. So let's repeat a little bit slower one more time. I'm from Germany, LOL. Oh, really? I didn't know you were from Germany, Sash. I think you told me actually, but I forgot. That is very cool. I wish I could speak German. No, it's cold in my city also. It's been raining a lot. Really? It's cold in Mexico right now? Korean is very difficult at first, but then it becomes very easy. Yes, exactly. I completely agree with that. Korean is very difficult at first, but once you understand how it works, it becomes easy. So let me repeat one more time a little bit slower, okay? 너무 춥지 않고 가끔 따뜻해요. 가을에는 하늘이 정말 예뻐요. Okay, so let's translate that together. We have 너무. Does any of you guys remember what 너무 mean? Comment down below if you remember what 너무 mean. Thank you so much for the like, guys. Thank you. You guys are the best. Comment down below what 너무 means while I drink a little bit of water. What does 너무 mean? Comment down below. I'm going to give you a few more seconds for anyone that wants to try and guess what 너무 mean. So what does 너무 mean? Comment down below. What does that mean? So I know a few people have commented the answer, so I'm gonna give you a few more seconds just in case anyone else wants to try and guess what 너무 means. And even if you don't know what that is, you can still try and guess what that means, as it will help you to remember it better. Okay? So I'm gonna give you the answer in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You guys are correct. So 너무 means a lot or many or two as well. Yeah, Dylander, you are correct. So 너무, once again, is another way to emphasize something. Okay, so whenever you want to emphasize something, you can use 정말, 너무, 아주. Okay, all those words have a similar meaning. And then we have 춥지. Okay, so here, 춥 is from the verb 춥다, which is to be cold. Okay, 춥다, to be cold. However, it is glued with the grammar patterns. Okay, does any of you guys know what that means? The grammar pattern 지, 안. In normal context, you would see it as 지 않나요. So what does that mean? 지 않나요? Comment down below if you know what that means. Okay, whenever you glue 지 않나요 to a verb, comment down below if you know what that means. Thank you so much for the follow, guys. Thank you. So what does that mean when you add 지 않나요 to a verb? Comment down below if you know. If not, I'm gonna say it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you so much for the follow and the like. Thank you. Does it negate the verb? Yes, exactly. You are corrective. So basically, 지 않나요, an is normally a negation that means no or not. Okay, so together it basically put the verbs into negation mode. So it's basically saying not cold. Okay, so in the sentence, it's not really cold with the 너무. Okay, really. So it's not really cold. Then we have the 고 that is glued to 안, right? 고 is something that is always glued to either a verb, adjective, or actions. You will never see it with anything else besides those three. And what that means is and. So it's kind of splitting the sentence into two parts. So this is the first part and this is the second part. Okay? So hopefully this is helping you understand a little bit better. So it's kind of to split the sentence in two, but it means and. So this and this. So not really cold and 가끔. Thank you so much for the follow, guys. Thank you. Does any of you guys remember what 가끔 is? So it's a word of frequency. So 가끔, word of frequency. Comment down below if you know what 가끔 mean. Thank you so much for the follow, guys. Thank you. So what does 가끔 mean? Okay, comment down below if you know what that means. I'm going to give you the answer in a few seconds. So comment down below if you know what 가끔 mean. So I'm going to give you the answer in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You guys are correct. 가끔 means sometimes. So it is a word of frequency, sometimes. And then we have 따뜻해요, which is from the verb 따뜻하다, to be warm. Okay? So to be warm. So, okay, during fall time, it's not really cold and sometimes warm. It is, because it's the verb to be warm, not just the verb warm, right? Okay, so really cold, not, and sometimes is warm. So that is how this first sentence is translated. Now let's go to the second sentence just right here. So we have 가을에는, so 가을 once again, which is fall time, We have the e particle that is a location or a time. In this case, it is more associated as a time. Then we also have the n particle. That means that 가을 is also not only a time, but also the subject of the sentence. Okay, so 가을 is the subject of the sentence. We have 하늘이. Okay, I'm gonna be hiding that. What does 하늘 mean? Comment down below if you know what 하늘 mean. What does 하늘 mean? So with the E after that, it is pronounced 하늘이, 하늘이, but just like that, it is 하늘. Comment down below if you know what that means. Thank you so much for the share. Thank you, thank you. So comment down below what does 하늘 mean if you guys know what that means. Comment down below if you know what 하늘 mean. I'm gonna give you the answer in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes, you guys were correct. It is Kai. I know this one because I love the name 하늘. Oh my god, me too. To be honest, I didn't want to say it, but I'm gonna say it. Like, I feel like, I don't know. I really like this name, 하늘. Like as a little girl, oh my god, if I have a girl, I almost want to call her 하늘. Like this is such a pretty name, to be honest. Anyways, okay, let's continue to the next. Okay, so 하늘, which is Kai. And then we have 정말, once again, that is an emphasis. So it's meaning really, very. So something that is emphasized, which is this. Which is this. 예뻐요, which is from the verb 예쁘다, to be pretty. So I'm pretty sure you guys know this verb. This is a verb that is very, very common in K-dramas, videos. One of the first verb I think you learn because, how can I say that? Korean really likes to look well. Okay. So you guys are probably familiar, right? So many skincare brand, makeup brand, all that. Also surgery brands, very, very popular. So basically this sentence mean that during winter time, okay, in fall time, okay, the sky is really pretty. So that's another reason why she likes fall time so much. So let's continue with the next sentences. However, if you have any questions about those ones, feel free to comment down below. But for now, we will be continuing to the next one.
그래서 자전거를 탈 때나 걸을 때 하늘을 많이 봐요.
Okay, so let's repeat that sentence together. 그래서 자전거를 탈 때나 걸을 때 하늘을 많이 봐요. Okay, so let me repeat a little bit slower, even though this time it was not that fast. 그래서 자전거를 탈 때나 걸을 때 하늘을 많이 봐요. So let's translate that sentence now together. We have 그래서 that we saw earlier is so, therefore, or in other words, and this word is, I would say, 90% of the time found in the beginning of the sentence. Thank you so much for the follow. Thank you, thank you. So we can find this word at the beginning of the sentence. That means either so, therefore, or in other words. We have 자전거를, okay? So it is the noun of bicycle, okay? 자전거를, bicycle. And then we have 탈, which is originally from the verb 타다. Does any of you guys remember what does 타다 mean? Comment down below if you remember what 타다 means. So it is a verb that is associated with something that is very, very specific. Thank you so much for the follow and the like. Thank you, thank you. You guys are the best. So what does that mean? Does any of you guys know what 타다 mean as a verb? Comment down below if you know what that verb means. So I think we have seen it a couple of times before. But if you were not there in my previous live streams, you might not be familiar with it. Thank you so much for the follow and the like. Thank you, thank you. So what does 타다 mean? Comment down below if you know what 타다 mean. Thank you so much for the share. 예뻐. Thank you, thank you. So what does 타다 mean? It is a verb that is used in very specific situation. I'm gonna give you 5 more seconds before I give you guys the answer. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, you guys are correct. That is from the verb to ride. I know someone said to take the bus. That would be kind of correct if the word that was before was the bus. However, it is normally used with transportation mode, this verb, okay? Thank you so much for the share. Thank you, thank you. So it is used, okay, transportation mode. So tada. So here in this case, it is to ride a bicycle or to take a bicycle. So you can use it for any type of transportations, whether it is bike, bus, taxi, metro, train. Is there any? There's probably other. Oh, plane. Is there any other type of transportations off of my head? I'm not sure. Maybe motorcycle. Okay, you always use the verb tada with it, so it's only used in cases of transportation. So riding the bike, we have tena. So te is a word that is. Does any of you guys remember? Wait, I'm trying to see if you guys remember what te means. So technically, there are two different things, te and na, but they are glued together. However, they both have a specific meaning separately. So what does te mean? Comment down below if any of you guys remember what this te mean in Korean. So this one is a little bit harder, but I think we have seen it last week, and I asked you guys the same question if you were there in my previous Korean study live stream. I'm going to give you a few more seconds if you want to try and guess what te mean. Comment down below while I drink a little bit of water. Okay, I'm going to give you 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You guys are correct. So te means when. However, if you are kind of correct because it can sometimes mean while, but most of the time it's more when. So in this case, it means so when riding a bicycle or like taking a bicycle. That could work as well. And then we have na. Okay, so na, most of the time it has two meanings, and you have probably seen it either as na or inna. So it means or most of the time, like I would say 90% of the times it means or. However, the 10% of the time means and. Okay, so I think in this context it would mean more like and than or, but let's continue to make sure, okay, this makes sense. We have 걸을. So this is from the verb 걷다, to walk. However, when it is conjugated, it's a D under here, but conjugated, it transforms into ariel. And in this case, as you guys are probably familiar, okay, in Korean, you can transform a verb into noun, adjective, and adverbs, and you can transform a noun, an adjective, into a verb as well. So here in this case, it is from the verb 걷다, to walk. However, now it is put, okay, it is put as, I guess, a noun in this case. But most of the time, it would be translated as verb ending in ing, so walking, okay? But in this sentence, it doesn't have the purpose anymore of a verb. I know it can be very, very confusing. Even sometimes myself, I'm like, how can I classify that as a word in English? Like, I know the translation, but the category of word, I am not sure because this is not something that exists in English. So I know sometimes it can be complicated in Korean because you're trying to find a reason for everything that you are learning so that it makes sense in your brain. But there are a lot of things in Korean that just doesn't make sense to people that speak English natively or as a second language, okay? So we just need to start accepting that sometimes it doesn't even make sense, and it is like that. Okay, so this is my little, not story time, but, you know, motivational time. I don't know if that is even motivational, but anyways, thank you so much for the follow. Thank you, thank you. So we have there once again that it means when, okay? So when riding a bicycle, or and when walking. So you will see a lot of times, for example, with word like te or do, that means also, they will put that after every word that is like that. So they won't be putting it like English just one time. They will repeat it again and again to the point where you translate in English, it doesn't make any sense, but you always need to add it whenever you want to say, for example, when, or also the do particle. So you will see that it is repeated a lot of time in one sentence. Compared to English, you just need to repeat it one time. But in Korean, you need to repeat it for every word that it applies to. So when walking, when riding the bicycle, 하늘을, so 하늘, we know it is the sky. 만니, which is from the verb 만다. Does any of you guys remember what that means? Comment down below if you guys remember what the word 만니 means. So it is a word that is similar. I wanted to say familiar and similar at the same time. So similar to 너무 that we saw earlier. So it is very, very similar to 너무 that we saw earlier. So 만니 is one that you have probably heard a lot before as well. So comment down below if you know what 만니 would mean. Comment down below if you know what 만니 would mean. I'm going to give you the answer in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes, exactly. So 만니 means a lot or many. So this is a very easy word because it is pronounced just as the way it is pronounced in English. 많니, many. I mean, technically in English it's many, 많니. So it's very, very similar, right? So that is one way that you can remember. 많니, it's many. Then we have 봐요, which is from the verb 보다. That is to see or to watch. So basically it is saying that, so when you are riding a bicycle or when riding, okay, you can see or watch the sky a lot because it is very clear during fall time, so it is very pretty, and you can see it while you either walk, you ride a bicycle outside, or whenever you are just hanging out outside, you can just admire the sky basically. I learned so much from you. Thank you for explaining. Oh, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. The comments really mean a lot every time. And especially recently, I've been receiving a lot of kind comments like this. So it literally means a lot to me. I'm able to, I mean, it's kind of, how can I say that? It is kind of confirming that I'm not doing those study sessions for nothing and that you guys really enjoy them. So I'm very grateful to, not be doing that for nothing because I enjoy doing those study sessions. But if you guys wouldn't be enjoying them, probably I wouldn't be doing them as often as I do them, obviously. So I'm very, very grateful for each comment that you guys give me all the time. So we will be doing one more last sentence before the end for today. So let's continue now to be able to finish that sentence.
여름에는 너무 더워서 집에 많이 있었어요.
You rock, Audrey. Oh, thank you so much, Tiff. You guys are the best. I literally appreciate you guys so much. Okay, so let's repeat that last sentence one more time. Sorry, like I told you guys at the beginning, I'm starting to get a little bit sick, so my brain is like not fully there. I woke up this morning like very not feeling well, so I'm happy that I'm feeling better by doing this study session. So I'm very happy because I was very not well this morning. So thank you so much, guys, for being patient with me today. I really, really appreciate it. Okay, so let's repeat that sentence now together. 여름에는 너무 더워서 집에 많이 있었어요. Okay, so let's translate that now. We have 여름에는, so it is another season. Can you guys try and guess what 여름 is? So it is a Korean season. Can you guys try and guess what that season means? Comment down below. And while you guys comment down below the answer, I'm just going to be explaining to you guys very, very quickly. If you guys are new, don't forget to follow me just right here. I go live 3 to 5 times each week where I study Korean together just like this. So if you want to make sure to not miss my other Korean study live streams, make sure to follow me. So you guys are correct. So 여름 is summer. So 가을 would be fall time. Yes, I know it's very confusing, all the seasons in Korean, because they all sound so similar. They sound way more similar than, for example, in English, that is completely different, right? Thank you so much for the follow. Thank you, thank you. So 여름에는, which is summer, we have the 에 particle. Once again, that is a location or a time particle. However, in this context, we know that since it is associated with 여름, it is not a location but a time. So it is kind of implying something like during the season of summer. Okay? Thank you so much for the follow, guys. Thank you, thank you. You guys are the best. And then we have the 는 particle. So there are two particles with one word. So the 에, which is location or time, and then we have the 는, that is the subject. So not only is it a word that is of time, so during the season of summer, but it is also the subject of the sentence. A lot of things to unpack together, right? So yes, it is the sentence, the subject of the sentence as well. So during summertime or in summer. 너무, so how can I start with Korean? Someone said with the alphabet. So I really suggest you start learning Hangul. I would say that is going to make your life so much easier. So learn Hangul, which is the Korean alphabet. Then after that, I really recommend you hop onto Hanja. Okay, I will never say it ever enough. Hanja is, to be honest, no matter which level you are, you should be learning Hanja, in my opinion, because it's literally, I mean, you don't have to, but if you want to make your studies easier, I mean, I really recommend it, obviously. But if you really want to make your studies harder, then you don't need to learn Hanja. But if you want to simplify everything, I really suggest Hanja. Also, another thing, okay? Hanja, not Hanja. Huh? Anyways, what I wanted to say is the second thing, okay, that is very important to remember is not to remember, but you need to know what is your learning type. So I will never say it ever enough, that as well. So if you are not familiar, there is a learning test that is called VARK test, so VARK. And if you do that test, it will basically tell you how your brain likes to learn. So it's definitely going to make it easier to build the correct study routine that is made for you, so that you study smarter and not harder by using someone else's study routine if it is not good for you, you know? Okay, so let's continue, right, with that sentence. But that is how I would recommend. I mean, Hanja is Chinese character, while Hanzao is Korean word originate. Yes, exactly. But normally we call it still Hanja. I mean, everywhere that I have seen it as Hanja. But yes, it is based off Chinese characters. It is the Chinese characters. Hanja is visual, and the word pictures help me so much sense. Yes, exactly. So you will see, like, the words that you already know will start to make so much sense. Even if you have been learning Hanja, like, to be honest, I have been learning Korean for about 3 years-ish. And I have only known about Hanja for about a couple of months before. But to be honest, I wish I would have known about it way earlier. 안녕, Audrey. 안녕, Rani. Thank you so much for being here today. 어떻게 지내요? Hopefully you are doing well. Okay, so let's continue right now, because if not, we will be chit-chatting until late at night. Okay, so we have 너무. That is, once again, an emphasis, okay? That means really, really very. So you emphasize this word, which is 더워서. So it is from the verb 덥다, to be hot. 덥다, to be hot, whenever you conjugate it, you remove the bi읍 and you put 와 instead of it. So it becomes 더워. So 더워서. 서 is it is a grammar pattern that what does that mean again? Is it I have seen it not long ago. It's not when, but, right? Yeah. So yes. So whenever you add so to a verb or a word, thank you so much for the rose, Eric. Thank you so much. Because, yes, thank you. Because, thank you. Because, exactly. So it means because. However, like I keep mentioning, She doesn't specify that she is saying because, okay? However, since she is adding this little block of word to the verb, she kind of implies that she is saying but without literally saying but. How can I say that? Like without she is saying but out of her mouth. Does that even make sense? I know there is an expression like that in French, but sometimes I translate expressions from French to English and it doesn't exist. So please let me know, okay? It could be because or so. Yeah, exactly. Thank you so much, Rani. But yeah, so it kind of implies because or so without she necessarily say it. Okay? So hopefully this makes sense to you guys. In this sentence, it means because. Yeah, exactly. Thank you so much for the follow. Thank you, thank you. So here it would be like because, okay, it is really hot during summertime. So that would be the first part of this sentence, okay? And also something that you guys need to remember, and once I figured that out and made my life so much easier, okay? The way that Korean sentences are structured is that the reason or the cause of something is always at the beginning of the sentence, while, okay, the result is always at the end of the sentence. In English, it is completely different. Okay, so in English, you will see the results before the cause or the reason, but in Korean, it's the opposite. Okay, so here, it is the cause, okay? So because it is really hot during summertime, okay? So it is the cause or the reason of something. And here this is the result, which is 집에. 집 is at home. Then we have the 에 particle, that is a location or a time. So at home. 많이 from the verb 많다, to be a lot, to be many. And 있어서요, which is from the verb 있다, to be or to have, depending on the context or of the sentence. So it's basically saying that because it is really hot during summertime, okay, she stays at home a lot. Okay, so she is at home a lot. So that would be how this sentence is translated into Korean. So I stayed at home a lot because it was really cold during it was really hot during summer. Yeah, exactly. That would be like that. Really hot though. But yes, so it's a little bit colder during autumn. Even though in Korea right now it's still very, very hot until I would say mid-October. But yes, it's still getting colder. So let me repeat one more time what each word means, and then after that I will be answering if you guys have any questions. So in summertime, really hot because at home a lot. You can kind of say like stayed or was, right? I was at home. That can be another great translation. So that would be how this is translated. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to comment down below. It is the last time you can ask me any question for today. So I will be staying a little bit longer to be able to answer to you guys' questions. Do you have a podcast on Spotify? I don't have a podcast. I'm using this one though. That is from another Korean content creator. That is called Chesusu. She also has her own Spotify podcast as well. So that is how I found her. Like I found out about her was through Spotify. Then after that, I noticed she had a YouTube channel. But yes, I really recommend her podcasts that are the best in my opinion. So do you guys have any more questions before the end of today? If you guys are new, don't forget to follow me just right here. I go live 3 to 5 times each week where we study Korean together just like this. Also, I just want to quickly say that for my private tutoring class, I still have 3 spots available. So if you guys are interested, you can just DM me on TikTok or Instagram. Okay, if you want any private tutoring from me, that is either 30 minutes or an hour. So if you guys are interested, there is still 3 spots available for right now. What apps do you recommend when using when learning Hangul? So I think it is very, how can I say that? It really depends, first of all, like I said, what your learning type is. But for me personally, when I started 3 years ago, I started to learn Hangul with Duolingo. I know it's a very, very controversial app, but to know how to read Hangul, it is not a bad app. However, when you understand and you are able to know how to read Hangul, just delete the app off your phone because it won't be useful after that. Just because the way that it works, it's like it's kind of giving you audio, right? And also you need to put the vowels together with the sounds. So it is very great for that. But after that, please delete Duolingo. Personally, I use Tuida. Yeah, I heard a lot of things about Tuida as well. So I have never used it personally. But yes, a lot of people have been recommending that app as well. It's just the alphabet, so Duo is your friend. Yeah, exactly. Just for the alphabet, Duo can be your friend. But after that, after you know how to read Hangul, please break up with Duolingo because you will be learning very sentences that don't even make sense. Like me and my friend, we were talking about that earlier this week because when we both started to learn Korean, we used to use Duolingo, and like the sentences that it was giving us didn't make any sense. Like literally, she told me one time she saw the sentence like, the chicken is selling its eggs in the tree. Like it doesn't make sense at all. But for learning, yeah, the example Korean sentence are so bad on Duo. Yeah, it is very bad. It doesn't make any sense. And why are they so obsessed with what is it called again? I only remember in French. In French, it's fourmi. You know the little insects that walks on the ground, and then they pick up like things like leaves and things like that on their back for a long time. I never remember in English, but yes, kind of teaches you some bad behavior sentences. Yeah, that as well. Duolingo sentences used to be really bad. I think it's gotten a little better this year. Oh, really? But yes, 3 years ago it was terrible. And yes, exactly. Duolingo is somehow very, very obsessed with and. It kept giving me sentences with and I was like, when will I still remember that it is gemi. But when will I use gemi in a sentence? Never in Korean, right? So yeah. Anyways, that was my little rant about very bad Korean sentences on Duolingo. Maybe they have improved, right? They have to improve somehow if they want people to still purchase their app, right? So yes, do you guys have any more questions for today? If not, the next study session will be this Sunday. So I decided to start doing one session during the weekend every week so that a lot of people are more able to join it. So it's going to be at 11 a.m., which is, wait. So it is from 3 hours ago. Okay. So yes. How do you guys improve spelling? Anything like Grammarly? So do you mean like how to make sentences? Is that what you are saying? Or just like how to write words? Like to remember how to write a word? See you soon. Thank you so much for being here today, D-Lander. Thank you once again. I hope you will have an amazing day. 안녕, 안녕, Mary. Thank you so much for being here today. 어떻게 지내요? How are you doing today? So do you guys have any more questions? If not, that will be the end for today, sadly. However, we will see each other once again, okay, this Sunday. If you guys want, I think also a lot of people might not be familiar with it, but I also post videos to help you guys improve your Korean. So I give tips and also explain some grammar patterns over on my channel. So I post 1 to 2 videos every day. So if you guys want to watch them to get inspiration to learn Korean, I also give advice about like how you should structure your studies and all that. So if you guys are interested, you can also go watch my videos if you guys are interested. Thank you so much for the follow. Thank you. So yes, I am very active on TikTok. If you guys have probably seen, I post 1 to 2 videos every day and also go live 3 to 5 times each week. So that is a lot, but I'm very, very happy to be doing that every day. And I'm so grateful for everyone that is able to join every time and basically listen to me yap for a whole hour. Like literally, you guys are really dedicated and I really, really appreciate that to you guys. So do you guys have any more questions? If not, that will be the end for today. So I'm giving you one more last chance to ask me any questions. If not, that will be the end for today. Also, Just small recap. If you guys are new, don't forget to follow me just right here. I go live 3 to 5 times each week where we study Korean together. Today, that is the end, sadly. But I will be going live again this Sunday if you guys are interested. Thanks, Audrey. See you next time. Thank you so much for being here all the time, Tiff. I really, really appreciate it, and I always recognize you. The time flies by so fast when I listen to you. Oh, really? I feel the same, to be honest. I feel like sometimes I just look at the time and I'm like, oh my God, already? So time goes by so fast when we are together, guys. And I really appreciate you. And I'm happy to hear that, you are having a great time while you listen to me. That not only are you having a great time, but you are able to learn Korean effortlessly. That is, what can you ask better, right? What more can you ask? Than having a fun time and then studying Korean at the same time, because sometimes studying Korean can be boring by yourself. So, studying together makes it even more fun. So thank you so much, guys, for joining all the time. So as I see, no one has any question for now, but thank you so much, guys, for joining today. Once again, we will see each other this Sunday. If you guys are interested, it is at 11 a.m., which is from about 3 hours ago, this Sunday. So thank you so much once again for being here today, and I hope we will see each other again really, really soon. I wish you a great day, 여러분. 안녕. Thank you so much for joining today. 안녕히 계세요, 여러분. 안녕.